All right, Chargers, thank you for your hard work on your study guide. For the rest of the period, you have a little bit of choice in how you want to use this time, okay? On the front table, Mrs. Lynn has a stack of filled out review sheets, okay? So option number 1, you can take your time to check your review sheet. You need to prove to Miss Lynn, so go up to her and show her that you've attempted all of the questions, okay? So scroll through your study guide and just show her, yep, I've attempted all of the questions. Then you may pick up one of those papers and take it back to your seat and check them. These are for reference only. These do not leave the room. When you are done, you can put it back on the top pile on the front table, all right? So option number 1 is prove to Miss Lynn that you have all of your answers attempted, and then grab from the pile one of the resources and go back to your seat and check your work. Add to it, change it, tweak it so that you have a really good study tool. Give Miss Lynn a thumbs up if you understand option number 1. All right. Option number 2, if you look in your class work under chapter 4, we just did the study guide. The next one is the Middle Colonies podcast. All right. So this is Mr. Zoller, okay, our friend Mr. Zoller. And do you remember how awesome he was when he said, pause the video now, write this down? All right. You do not have to worry about what notes that you need to take while you watch this podcast about the Middle Colonies. Please make sure you have headphones. You're not allowed to watch it with subtitles or turned way down. So you need your headphones. So if you need to go to your locker and get those, you may do that. In the cupboard in the front, the cupboard that has all of my adopted Haitian boys on it, the pictures on there, in that cupboard in the orange basket, there's an extra set of headphones if someone needs it. Okay, so you're going to split your screen between your podcast and your notes. Plug in your headphones or your earbuds or your AirPods or whatever and listen to that and take notes as you need to. All right, so give Mrs. Lynn a thumbs up if you understand option 2. All right, study guide check, Middle Colonies podcast, and that is not due till next Tuesday. That's why it's an option. You don't necessarily need to get it done today, but that's an option to get started with. Then the last option, hands in your lap. Your last option is we have kind of a celebrity among us. Okay, Rex Lefever's grandpa recently turned 100, and he is a World War II vet. And the reason why that makes him a celebrity is there are not a lot of World War II vets left living. Remember, World War II was in the 40s, so a lot of those guys and gals are very old or have passed away. I actually just looked up, of the 16 million World War II vets, 240,000 of them are still living. So this past Veterans Day, Ferris Lefever, that's Rex's grandpa's name, great-grandpa's name, was interviewed by his local radio station. He's from Orange City, Iowa. And so the Sioux County radio station interviewed him. And if you look in your classroom in a little bit, not right now, you will see I have 2 things posted there, okay? Number 1 is a link to the podcast, or a link to the interview where you can sit and listen to Ferris talk about the war, what the world was like at that time, his thoughts on those things. Very, very interesting. As you listen, there is a listening guide for you to fill out, to take some notes on. There are quite a few commercials in the podcast, so just sit and listen to some of those commercials. So the interview itself is probably 15, 18 minutes long. This is not a requirement. I will give you extra credit for doing this, and this will go toward your test grade. So those are your 3 options. Check your study guide, Middle Colonies podcast, and your interview with Ferris Lefevre, World War II veteran, 100-year-old World War II veteran. So give Miss Lynn a thumbs up if you understand your 3 things, okay? Here's the situation. Even though checking your study guide is optional, I highly, 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 highly encourage every one of you to do it. Is everybody catching my hint? All right. This is what I need you to do, Chargers. I need you to get back focused, work hard, and tackle your options list. All right. Have fun.